Hi viewers, welcome back to your favorite channel, the Brainstorm channel. I want to ask you this: are you a team player? Now you may ask, which team am I? What does it mean by a team? I know most of you watching, you understand what I mean. Your team might be your family, might be your church, might be your colleagues at work, might be your corporate organization, might be the school you are, might be your department, might be your college, your group, or your association. Now, why is this very important? Why is it important to be a team player? I want to give one very good example. After saying this, now studies and evidence have shown that great teams perform better than the greatest individual ever. Now, this is close to what I would people call the Gestalt law, where it states that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, meaning that a team is better than the best ever individual. Now back to the example I wanted to give. Everyone knows Usain Bolt. He is the fastest human being alive. Excuse me. Up till this day, no one has yet broken his record. In the Olympics of 2012, that was staged in London, Usain Bolt ran 9.58 seconds to win the 100 meters. Now that record stands, as I have said. But think of this. The Jamaican team of the 4x100 event, 4x100 event, ran 36.84 seconds to win the tournament. Now, if you divide 36.84 seconds by 4, it gives you 9.21 seconds. That means a group of 4 ran 4x100 in 9.21 seconds, which is greater than the best ever performance of Usain Bolt of 9.58 seconds. Now, in as much as it is difficult for anybody to break Usain Bolt's record of 9.58, it is even more difficult for any human being to run 9.21 seconds. That is the essence of teamwork. A team, a group of people coming together to perform, even though none of them is as fast as Usain Bolt, but the collective effort gave them a faster cumulative time than what Usain Bolt ever ran. That is something to remember. Now, another very good example of a team is that of Morocco. The World Cup in Qatar in 2022 was where, in short, it was an exhibition of the best teams in the world, the best national teams in the world. Morocco represented Africa. Morocco did not go there with any known star. But what happened? Morocco as a team qualified, played up to the last 4, which was the semi-finals. Now, Morocco ended the tournament as the 4th best team in the world, beating Germany, Spain, Portugal, Belgium. Now, all these teams, excuse me, I'm mentioning, went to the tournament with the best individual stars. Portugal had Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best ever footballers. Belgium had a collection of very good stars, but they did not perform as a team. So they could not even go beyond the group stage. The same with Germany did not leave go beyond the group stage. Spain managed to go beyond the group stage but lost in the round of 16. The same with Portugal. They lost in that round of 16. But Morocco played up to the semi-finals with no known stars. Now, what are we trying to prove here? When you are in a team and you are a good team member, you complement every member of the team complements the other. So kind of when you complement the other person in the team, you kind of cover the weak link. Nobody knows where the weak link is. Now, are you a team? Are you a family? Husband, wife, children, CEO, leader, governor, what have you? Church leader, group leader, wherever you find yourself, you know that you will be in a team. Every one of us belongs to a team in one way or the other. Even if you don't belong to any team, you are a member of a family. Even if you are a single parent, you are a member of a family. So, what are you a good team player? What do you do? You know, I would say, what is your blueprint in making sure that your team performs better at all times? Now, as a team member, you have to think one thing. There are certain things we must keep in mind and also practice it. You must understand your role as a team member. You must understand, are you the father? What is the role of the father in that family, in your team? Are you the mother? What is the role of the mother in that team? Are you the president? What is the role of the president? Are you the chairman? Are you the secretary? Now, we are all members of a team. You have to know your role. Even if you don't know, study your role. Because for you to perform very well, you must know the role that you perform in a team. Another very important quality that a good team player should have is that of collaboration. You have to collaborate. If you are the father, you are the mother, how do you collaborate with your children? How do you collaborate with your staff? How do you collaborate with your group? How do you collaborate, in order to make sure that everything moves seamlessly in that team? Another very important point is that you have to show accountability. You can never be a good team player without being accountable for your role. You must take responsibility and make sure that there is no dereliction of duties or functions or responsibilities that you have to, play. Very importantly too, you have to show commitment. Are you a member of the team? How are you committed to your team? Father, mother, husband, wife, chairman, leader, how are you committed? Have you ever asked yourself, am I committed to this team that I belong to? You can never be a team player without showing commitment. Another very important point is that you have to show flexibility. Sometimes we hold our grounds. We are stuck at where we are planted. We do not want to show measure of flexibility, that we can function, we can take up other functions. I remember one time I was watching a football match. Allow me to use that because I like watching soccer. Yeah, Americans call it soccer. Other nations call it football. Now I like watching it. And I realized that, in this particular match, the goalkeeper was given a red card. And once you are given a red card by the referee, you have to leave the pitch. And then what happens? There must always be a goalkeeper in the team. What I realized is that one of the players offered, to be the goalkeeper, the temporary goalkeeper, because they had completed the substitution. There was no room for another player to be brought in. And so now that was flexibility. The defender or the striker or the schemer would have said, no, let's keep the goal open. Now that is not, that would have led would have led for their conceding so many goals. So somebody else had to step in, that flexibility. So now, if you are in an organization and there is need for you to take up additional responsibility, it could be in the family or in the group that you belong to, are you flexible enough to accommodate that extra responsibility? Or are you flexible in ideas, or are you so rigid that you cannot shift the ground? That is very important in being a good team player. Another quality is that you have to show respect. A good team player shows respect to other team members. So how respectful are you to your team members? How respectful are you to your spouse? A lot of times during counseling sessions, you realize that respect is lacking in many, many groups, many teams, many families. So we have to show respect to each other, show respect to other team members, show respect to even your children, because they are members of your family team. Another very important point to be noted as a team player is that of behaving like a stakeholder. You belong, you have it. This team belongs to me. I have to perform as an owner of the team. You own it. That family is yours. You are not hanging. You are not sitting on the fence. It is yours. That group, that corporation, that association, that church is yours. Wherever you find yourself, as a team player, you have to be a stakeholder. You own it. Behave as an owner of because whatever we own, we preserve it. We make it work. We make it move to the next or higher stage. Now, another very important point to note is that you have to create a strategy to win together. That is what teams do. Strategy to win. Family, husband, wife, what are your strategies to win? What are your strategies to advance that family? What are your strategies to progress? You find a lot of families stagnating because husband and wife, they do not play as a team. There is no shifting of grounds, there is no accommodation, there is no respect and all that. And very important, which we have to say, communication is very important as a team. How do you have a good two-way communication? You are not talking to, you discuss, you speak with, not talking to. How are you communicating? Communication is a very big, quality to be shown by a team member. There are so many others. But the important thing is that, guys, let us always behave as a team member, because no man is an island. We all belong to families. We all belong to we have colleagues, we have groups, we go to church if we are Christians, we go to the mosque if we are Muslims, we go to the synagogue if we are Jews, we associate with people at work and many other places that we find ourselves. So it is always the best to behave like a team member, a team player, because based on this analogy and all the examples and studies that we have seen, we know that a good team usually performs better than the best individual ever. Thank you for watching. Please leave your comments. Very soon, I'll come your way again. Thank you.